You are born with perfect self-esteem, and somebody or something came along during your life and completely f***ed that up. But in my opinion, that's the whole purpose, boys. We chose to come into this game in order for that very thing to happen. So if you are insulting yourself, if you are not loving yourself, first of all, that's the point. The purpose of the world is not within the world. The purpose of the world is in overcoming the world. To come into this incarnation, to experience what we are not, such as hating yourself, such as not loving yourself, because on the other side, you're pure love. So first and foremost, boys, forgive yourself if you don't love yourself. But it's time to overcome that and wake up to what you really are.
The Unapologetic Man Podcast.
Here's something I can guarantee you. You are born with perfect self-esteem. You are born loving life. You were born loving yourself. You were born full of potential and full of awe and wonder. And somebody or something came along during your life and completely f***ed that up. Now, it's easy to get bitter. It's easy to get pissed off. But in my opinion, that's the whole purpose, boys. We chose to come into this game in order for that very thing to happen. We chose to come in with perfect self-esteem, with love in our hearts, with our hearts on our sleeve, and then society, parents, siblings, friends, whatever it is, we're destined to come around and F that up. So if you are insulting yourself, if you are not loving yourself, first of all, that's the point. The purpose of the world is not within the world. The purpose of the world is in overcoming the world, which was said by a great master. And I completely believe that's true. In my opinion, the purpose of Earth, the purpose of life here on Earth is to experience what we are not so we can wake up to what we really are. Because if you're light, if you're love, if you're all power and all knowledge, how will you be able to know yourself unless you've experienced the opposite? And that again is why I believe we're here. To come into this incarnation, to experience what we are not, such as hating yourself, such as not loving yourself, because on the other side, you're pure love. You know that you are love. You know that you love yourself. You are a powerful fucking soul, a powerful creator. Yes, a piece of God himself. You come down to this shithole called Earth, and I say that with some sarcasm. You come down here and you limit yourself. You believe that you're separate from others. You believe that you're not enough or you're not worthy of love. Here you are, a massively powerful creator. And once again, there's so much evidence for this. I'm not going to lay it all out on this episode, but there's so much evidence for this, mostly corroborated by people who have achieved enlightenment, which ultimately is what we'd all like to achieve. They have all said, you are a very powerful creator. You are literally a piece of God who has come into this world and incarnated and chosen to forget so that you can experience the opposite of what you are. Limitation, imperfection, and even fear, which is the opposite of love. So think about this. You come into this incarnation, this powerful soul that you are, so big that you not only fill up a room, you fill up the entire universe. Squeeze yourself into this little individuation of a body. Choose to forget who you truly are and then start hating yourself and not loving yourself. What an amazing trick we play on ourselves just so that we can experience, and experience is the operative word here, what we are not, so we can wake up to what we really are, which will either happen when you pass away and you go to the other side. Guys, I have watched literally hundreds of hours of near-death experiences. I am 100% convinced that they are true. Every single person who has had these experiences just becomes so full of love and positivity and hope, complete faith that everything is fine. And if you could believe that too, as I do, everything's fine, boys. This is all a simulation. We are literally in the matrix, experiencing what we are not so we can wake up to what we are, which is what all the enlightened masters say. So you come into this body, you choose to be limited, then your dad, your mom, whoever it is, rips on you a little bit, says, oh, you're stupid. Or maybe a coach says, man, you're not really good at sports. Or maybe you're short and from a different ethnicity and you don't look the way you wish you did. And some girl says to you, ew, I would never date you because you're whatever, Indian, black, Asian, even white, whatever it is your issues are, probably given to you before you could defend yourself. So you're this hugely powerful soul. You squeeze yourself into this little body, choose to forget what you really are, become limited, and then you stop loving yourself. Well, that's the point. You have to stop loving yourself before you can wake up and start loving yourself again. That's the whole reason you're here. So first and foremost, boys, forgive yourself if you don't love yourself. But it's time to overcome that and wake up to what you really are. And if we need to do it through a non-philosophical way, that's fine with me, because I'm going to rationalize to you why you should love yourself. First of all, as I just said, we understand that this is a goddamn shit show. It's extremely difficult, and all of us, boys, including me, have things about myself and have things about life that I don't like. And it's very easy to become negative and to insult yourself, to take on the meta programs of others, perhaps your dad or your mom who told you you weren't enough, and just hit print and keep repeating the same results. You're right, I'm not enough. You're right, I'm not worthy of love. And what's going to happen? Again, you're a powerful creator. Here's how it works. First, you think of the picture, then you paint the picture, then you step inside of it. So if you're telling yourself you're not enough or you're not worthy of love, you're going to get those results. More evidence to corroborate your creation. Now, again, this is all meant to be, so you're good. If this is where you're at, you're good. But it's time to wake up to it, realize it, and begin the fun part of the process. Because your soul, as powerful as it is, it wants to wake up back to what it is. Every single one of us are dealing with this shit show. Just look at anybody in your life. Their life is fucking hard, and so is yours. But it's time to rise above the trick. It's time to see the illusion. It's time to see through the smoke and mirrors. The trick that you've played on yourself, causing yourself to purposely forget why you're here, it's time to wake up to that. And hopefully this episode will help you do that. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. To watch the full podcast episode, click here. And before you go, if you're feeling extra generous, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me in the algorithm. I'd sincerely appreciate it. Unapologetic Army.